Give me a few minutes and I'll give you a master class on how to vanquish the creativity monster that stops writers in their tracks. But don't you worry, I'm not going to let the monster get you. My name is Ubria Tronshaw. I am a master in the fine art of creative writing and author of the best-selling memoir, Book Smart, Dick Dumb. The purpose of this channel is to share over 25 years of writing advice in a way that feels useful and relatable to you. Especially relatable because every writer has experienced the problem that I'm about to describe.
Picture it. Sicily, 1922.
Imagine you have a story you want to tell, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, long form or short form, and pretend you're just typing away and then all of a sudden the story just stops. Just dries up like a riverbed. Now, maybe you know how you want the story to go, and if it's memoir or nonfiction, you may even know how the story actually goes. You've got it, but you can't get to it. You can't get into it. It's like the story let you in for a little bit and just spit you right back out. This is the part of writing where the inspiration stops and the work begins, because you've got to figure out a way to get back inside. But first, you got to figure out what got you put out in the first place. Normally, when we are kicked out of intimate spaces, it's because of a betrayal of some kind.
Get your shit! Get your shit! And get out!
Yes, this applies even to writing. The story put you out because it stopped trusting you. And the reason it stopped trusting you is because you started lying. You stopped keeping it real. You started to care more about how your story sounded than really keeping it authentic. You got caught up in appearances and respectability and feelings. But child, your story don't give a damn about feelings. Stories just want to be told. And the way to get your story told is to ask yourself this very important question. Who are you talking to? Who's your audience? See, most writers don't really start to think about that until they start lying.
It's probably just hard for you because you're so foolish.
And mind you, just like with a relationship betrayal, the lying is for a good reason. It's because you want to keep the peace. It's because you want to keep the love.
I lie to you because I care about your feelings.
Because maybe in the middle of writing, you realized your sister's going to read this, or your mother's going to read this, your father's going to read this, your spouse or your boss is going to read this, your best friend is going to read this. People who know you and love you and can't believe you actually put these particular words to paper. And maybe they're going to judge you. Maybe they're even going to criticize you. And God forbid, if you're writing a memoir, they may even call your truth a lie or say that didn't happen. And if it did happen, it didn't happen like that. Or if you're writing fiction, they'll be like, where do you come up with this stuff? And they'll look at you like a freak. And so before you can even get the words on paper, you're already defending them to the invisible army in your head. You're trying to justify your creative choices before you've even allowed yourself to make them. No wonder the story put you out. You brought all this stuff with you. Let's go for a walk.
Listen, I know what you're going through because I definitely struggled with this in my writing. I would just get to a point where it's like the story would be flowing and I would really be in the zone. And then all of a sudden I would start to worry about, the people who are going to read this. I would start to worry, like, what are they going to think about what I think about them? Like, what are they going to think about what I just wrote? And so then I would be trying to censor myself and trying to make sure that I didn't write anything that pissed anybody off or that hurt anybody's feelings. And this went on for years. It really affected me because there was just so many things that I felt like I couldn't say. It's like it stole my voice. It was easier to write about my exes, and I know that sounds kind of messed up to say, but with my exes, I cared less about what they thought about my experience of them. But when it came to my family, hold on for a second, because I need to talk about this face to face.
When it came time to write about my mother and my father and my stepmother, and my sisters, I couldn't do it. It was too close. It was like trying to look down and describe the nose on my face. But since I couldn't write about them, I couldn't get to the root of my own story because they are a very integral part of my story. Like James Baldwin said, the responsibility of a writer is to excavate the experience of the people who produced him or her. And for a very long time, I could not fulfill that responsibility. Even as I was getting my MFA, I wrote about everything except the real thing. But then my stepmom died. And 3 years later, my mom died. And then my sisters and I all moved to different parts of the country. And I stopped talking to my dad because... And for the first time in my life, I got some real distance from them. See, distance gives you perspective. And with that perspective shift, I was able to understand what had blocked me for years. It was simple. I was scared to hurt their feelings. I was scared to be honest about my own feelings. I was scared to come off as mean or disrespectful or ungrateful. I was scared to come off as the villain. I was scared to tell the truth.
So that means the monster we're talking about, the monster that kills your creativity, is fear. Like Frank Herbert wrote in Dune, fear is the mind killer.
Mind killer.
Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration.
Fear is the little death that brings obliteration.
I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me.
And I'll face my fear and I'll permit it to pass over me and through me.
So to heal that, I had to give something to my inner child. I had to give her permission to be a little shit. I had to tell her it was okay to, what's the thing black folks not supposed to do? Talk about family business, talk about what goes on inside the house. Yeah, I gave my inner child permission to break that rule. I said, go ahead, baby, say what you need to say. And you can see how conscious I am of that. Even in the first line of my book, it says, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but my parents were co-workers who had an affair. The Bible says what's hidden in darkness will come to the light, and writers are that light. You can't let the fear of being seen and heard keep you from fulfilling your purpose. No matter whose feelings you hurt, those people are most likely adults who have made their own choices. They can write their own books and they can tell their own stories. That's their right. And you telling your story is your right.
Try these writing prompts to get you going. Number 1, I'm not supposed to say this, but... Number 2, I never thought I'd write this down, but... Number 3, I shouldn't be telling you this part, but... You get the gist. Turn your taboo into a tell-all. Pretend like you're confessing in an interrogation room, or that you're talking to a priest, or that you're exercising client privilege with your lawyer. Pretend the page is your most loyal and faithful friend, and bare your soul. All relationships require intimacy, especially the relationship with your creativity. She knows you better than you know yourself, and she will not tolerate fakery. Let this video serve as your prescription to keep it real. Take it as many times as you need, child.
And remember, just because you write something down doesn't mean you have to publish it. Maybe you'll shape the narrative in a more politically correct, family correct way once you start editing. But at least at that point, you'll be editing the truth. You'll be editing your real voice as opposed to your representative voice.
If you need an example of how to keep it real, read my memoir, Book Smart, Dig Dumb, available now at ubria.com. Okay, that's all for now, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Happy writing! Bye!